Hey guys, this is Tyler here from Rehab to Fab Designs. I am working on this French provincial chest of drawers you see here behind me, and I was just going to come on real quick and do a little video for you so I can show you how I'm blending it. I am using Wise Owl Chalk Synthesis paint. This is a color called River Rock. It's really pretty. It's kind of a blue-gray-green color. I haven't used it before and it might be my new favorite. And then the other color I'm using is Snow Owl, which is just a really white color from Wise Owl that I'm blending here in the middle. I did a live on Facebook the other day when I started working on this, just doing my first coat, and so that's what you see here. The other parts you see are white because it has a coat of primer, or actually a couple of coats of primer on it. And then I just did this drawer right here, and I thought I would just jump on and do a quick little video that I could post on Instagram. So my predominant color here is going to be the River Rock. I've got 3 brushes. 2 of them are the same. This is a Klingon brush. It's an S30, also called a shorty. I really like it because the handle's short. Some of the other Klingons have really long ones. And I have another one that I'm using for my white paint there for the Snow Owl. And then this is another Klingon brush. It's a R20, and it's just a rounder brush. And this one is dry except for the little paint that I've got on it. And I'm using that to kind of smooth out my blending a little better, so I let it dry out. These brushes are fantastic. They basically clean themselves. If you've never used them, they're awesome. You just kind of suspend them in water, and when you come back the next day, they're all clean. It pulls it out. I also have a spray bottle that I'm using. I purchased this at Hobby Lobby. It's called an Ultra Fine Mist Sprayer, $9.99, but if you get it every other week when it's on sale, you can get it for like half price. So I picked up a little bit of paint on my first brush. This is the River Rock, the base color coat. I do have to go around the edges because I didn't get them all the other day, but I can do that later. So I'm going to put a coat on of this. I did it the other day. I went ahead and did a little blending on my first coat as well. It is a first coat, doesn't have to be perfect. So you just kind of getting your color going and getting your lines so you can see where you're at. And then we'll start adding the Snow Owl to do some blending. And I do go ahead and put the River Rock everywhere when I'm doing this coat as well. And the reason I do that is because I want to have paint all over the drawer, so it helps with my movement when I start blending. And then just going around the edges first to make sure they've got plenty of paint on them. We are a retailer for Wise Owl paint, also for Klingon brushes. If you would like to try them, we would love to send you some, let you try them out. We have them on our Etsy shop under Rehab to Fab Designs. And that's the number 2, Rehab, R-E-H-A-B, the number 2, F-A-B, designs.com is our website. And then our Etsy shop is also under Rehab to Fab Designs. And if you want to mention this video in your purchase, I can give you a 10% discount if you want to try it out. So just getting my paint on here with the River Rock. And I am going to go all the way across here, even where I blended it the other day. If you've never used chalk paint or never blended before, Wise Owl works really well. It's super easy to blend. And the water bottle is meant to be used with chalk paints, not latex. Just a FYI. And it just kind of reactivates it to get it moving for you again. Kind of thins it out a little bit and just gets it really flowing and smooth for when you start your blending. So there's that. That's the River Rock. And then I've got another brush here. I'm going to pick up some of the Snow Owl. And I'm just going to kind of focus it here in the middle and then start kind of working it out. My brush dried while it sat here for a few minutes. And you can do this and keep working it until you get it nice and smooth. When you're blending, you do want to have really smooth transitions from one color to the next, so you don't see those like hard lines where the color changes. So to do that, you just keep working it until you get it where you want. And I try to do the lighter color in the middle and then just start kind of pulling it out. until you get it where you want it. And if you get too much, you just add some more of your darker color back on it. Or if you get it to where you're pulling too much of your darker color in towards the middle, you just add more white. And you just keep doing that. I do like to go both vertically and horizontally, and that just kind of smooths your lines out a little bit as well. And then you'll see, and I just kind of, the more I start getting it more blended and the softer it starts looking, the softer I do my brush strokes, just where you're doing really light hand. And this is my river rock again. I'm just picking up and kind of going around the edges because I do want my lighter part to be more focused here in the middle. So I'll add a little bit more dark around it, and then I'll go around the edges again just to kind of clean that up where I messed it up. And then this is where I will use my dryer brush and just kind of really, really lightly pull those colors together. And if you don't like the way it looks when you get it on, you can just keep going with it. You can add more water, keep it activated, and just keep working on that blending. Or if you just really don't like the way it's going and you notice it starts to kind of pull your color, you just stop and let it dry, and then you can come back to it later and start again. It's just paint. You can't mess it up. A lot of people are scared to try it, but shouldn't be scared. It's fun. It's a process. And you just keep practicing until you get it right. And just want it, again, to be really smooth. Like I can see my lines going this way where the white's pulling. So I'll come back and just start going up and down to kind of blend those in. Just kind of dabbing off that excess there. Same thing over here. And I just have a napkin down here that I'm kind of wiping the excess off my brush with. And then just really light strokes. And this is a second coat. It depends on how it looks when it dries, if I like the look of it, if it looks like the lighter parts are evenly spaced on each drawer, if I leave it that way, or if I need to come back, I can always come back and do a third coat. But this has already got, I think, 2 coats of the primer on it, and then now the paint. Uh-oh, picked up some trash right there. That is one of my blonde hairs. And then, like I say, if you notice it's kind of pulling a little bit, you can just kind of spray it with a little bit of water. And you can use a regular spray bottle if you need to. You don't have to have this one. It's just the regular spray bottle will leave a little bit heavier drops of water. And this one really is just really fine and smooth. So you don't have runs and drips, which are fine if that's what you're going for. But I am not doing drips on this. And I am really liking this side. Maybe just a little softer over here. It's really hard not to be OCD and just keep working this when you do this. Just trying to get it like perfect. And that's probably good. And then last thing I'll do is come back around with my river rock again and just kind of go around the edges. And the reason I do that is just to clean up if I got white paint where I was blending around the edges, because I do want the sides to be darker and just want that nice lighter blend right in the middle of my drawer. And that's it. Super, super easy, super quick. Like I say, don't be afraid to try it. Just keep going until you get it the way you want. But I think I like that. It's looking pretty good, and I'll move on to the next. But again, if you want to try some paint out, we'll be glad to sell you some. We have an Etsy shop, Rehab to Fab Designs. We also have a website, rehabtofabdesigns.com. And if you want to mention this video, we'll give you 10% off and let you try it. Thanks for watching. Bye.